All right. Welcome back to the hottest wrestling podcast in the sports entertainment business. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Time, here to talk to you all things professional wrestling. Just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We talked about AEW Dynamite 250. It's pretty awesome, to be honest. Broke over the ratings, was absolutely crazy at $750,000 in that age 18 to 42 demographic. Then we moved on. We talked about my Thursday night wrestling preview, which featured, TNA talk, also Ring of Honor talk as well. And then we talked about, some heels, how The Rock's final boss heel wasn't the best heel in the whole entire world. But honestly, I bought it. I thought it was pretty cool. It received a lot of criticism and scrutiny online, so we kind of discussed that. And then our fourth segment, we talked about TNA Slammiversary. Will Joe Hendry and Moose be the final two in the Slammiversary's main event for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship? Joe Hendry claims that if he wins the championship, he will call out John Cena during his retirement tour. It would be pretty badass, but it would be kind of crazy. Total curveball. John Cena has always been kind of prominent to WWE, has, kind of that, this guy's a WWE star. He's never really been anywhere else. So, kind of crazy would be, pretty dorky of me to kind of think and get excited about this kind of stuff. But oh my God, it'd be so cool. Just kidding. Get it together. Get it together. Serious now. Podcast guy. Just kidding. Moving on. So we're going to talk about our Thursday Superstar Spotlight of the week. We have my man, Big E from the New Day, from the WWE World Tag Team Champions. No, I love Big E. When he started out his career, I got to be honest, I kind of hated him because he was like the running mate of Dolph Ziggler and his girlfriend AJ Lee. I hated AJ Lee. I don't know why people like get so excited to be like, "Oh my God, AJ Lee's gonna make a return back to WWE." I'm so excited. Oh my God. I thought she was so annoying. I hated her. After when she got onto the screen, I was like, dude, like, oh, freaking great. Here we go. And then you have their muscle, obviously, Big E. And then you have Dolph Ziggler. I love Dolph Ziggler. I thought, WWE ultimately kind of did him a little dirty in terms of that. It's been, kind of spoken for. He's kind of admitted in wrestling interviews that, WWE creative, even Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson, I think Gerald Briscoe as well, where he'd be like, oh, we're putting Dolph Ziggler through these things because, it's just so damn funny. Like, you know what I mean? So it had nothing to do with his career, nothing to do with promoting his, his intensity, his potential, especially if he's done with WWE, never really did anything to kind of benefit the wrestler that is Nick Nemeth slash Dolph Ziggler. So I thought that was kind of crazy. So Big E, more than 2 years ago, Big E broke his neck. Kind of crazy. You've seen a lot of, broken neck stories. Stone Cold Steve Austin took a while for him to get back into the ring. Also, we talked about Kyle O'Reilly of AEW, formerly known in NXT as the Undisputed Era. Then you also, of course, you had Edge. Poor Edge broke his neck, had to come out, did the whole retirement. Whenever they come out, that sucks. It's crazy. It's got to be absolutely, nail biting. It's got to be absolutely just painful, just giving that speech. It was painful to watch the speech, man. I was like, damn, I don't want to see Edge leave. I don't want to see any of these guys leave. Like, a neck injury is serious, though. But Big E, unfortunate on on Monday night, oh no, on Friday Night SmackDown, with Rich Holland. Rich Holland botched the belly to belly soup. Like, it was, which shows all the responsibility, which is the reason why these wrestling superstars have to stay tip-top shape. I remember, if you guys don't remember, Brodus Clay, he used to have the Funkadactyls and stuff like that when he debuted. A lot of people got really pissed off because at the time when Edge got hurt with his neck, he was like at the top of his game, total heel. And I'd be like, dude, really? This fat, F word is going to be the reason why we never see the rated R superstar again wrestle within WWE. Damn. Like, when you train to be a WWE superstar, it's probably one of the hardest things in the world because you got to, one, A, prove yourself, B, show that you belong inside the ring. And when I say that belong inside the ring, I mean like physicality, endurance, stamina, charisma, And three, dude, you got to take care of your other superstar. That's one of the reasons why Bret Hart was such an amazing superstar. That's the reason why people loved wrestling with him. That's the reason why he had such iconic matches. There's certain wrestlers that won't mess with other wrestlers because they're like, dude, no, I've kind of saw how this guy, treats his other opponents, and honestly, I don't want any part of that. It's crazy. Like you kind of saw CM Punk with the whole Ryback trying to throw him on the table. He completely missed, threw him on the concrete. He was on the shelf for about a month. Then you saw Owen Hart break Stone Cold Steve Austin's neck. Like I mentioned before, Brodus Clay breaking the neck of Edge. You saw Marty Jannetty hitting a scissors kick, breaking the neck of a superstar that successfully sued the WWE for like $10 million plus. It's big. And then you saw Goldberg, you know, claim that he told Bret Hart to watch out for the kick. Bret said he doesn't recollect any of that. Injured Bret Hart's head. Bret Hart kept getting concussions, kept getting not Nirvana. It's not Nirvana. Vertigo. Eventually couldn't wrestle again, called it quits, had to retire. So protecting a superstar, it's big. It's very, very big. Sometimes you see some superstars botch moves, kind of like when you saw Sami Zayn botch that brainbuster that brainbuster on the turnbuckle against Gunther on WrestleMania 40. When I saw that, I was like, he's dead. Gunther's dead. I'm just kidding. No, I was like, dude, holy shit. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. So, more than 2 years ago, Big E broke his neck. He narrowly escaped, a stroke, paralysis, also maybe even something worse. He spoke to Chris Spanini of the Getting Over Wrestling podcast, and he said this, and I quote, I feel great. I have no issues with discomfort, weakness. My strength is great. My C1 is healing fibrously. And obviously, he's not going to be cleared until his neck is fully healed. So he's, kind of like this new and improved, like neck fusion surgery. I believe, don't quote me on this, like a, stem cell kind of research here, trying to help that bone marrow grow a little stronger. Because once when you tear that cartilage, once when you break a bone, a lot of people said once when you break it, and although you go through months and years of rehab, it's never really the same. It's never really the same. And it's just, it's not like a broken leg. It's not like an ACL tear. It's not like an Achilles tendon tear. This is your neck. This is something that could, one day you could be wrestling. The next day you can't walk your kids down the aisle because, you took a chance on something that you probably never should have. You can never drive a car again. You could be completely paralyzed. Like that Darren Drozdov. Like, you know what I mean? Like, night, life changes within the snap of a finger. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, on his real name is no, Ettore Ewen. He was born March 1st, 1986 in Tampa, Florida. He had success with the New Day, obviously. He was a college football player, for the University of Iowa. He was a defensive lineman. He also took part in USA Powerlifting competitions and stuff like that. In 2009, he was signed to the WWE developmental territory of Florida Championship Wrestling, where he was born Big E Langston. He was the second all-time NXT champion. He's one of the longest he's the longest reigning Raw Tag Team Champions in 483 days with the New Day. In 2020, the WWE draft separated Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston from Big E. Then you saw Big E win the 2021 Money in the Bank, had a singles run push, was doing very, very well, successfully cashed in. He was the WWE champion for about 110 days. He's Jamaican descent. He was named Hillsborough County's Ironman of the Year. He has a bachelor's in art, and he was pinned by Brock Lesnar to lose the championship. Awesome. I'm just kidding. No, I would have preferred something different. I remember watching that match, and I was like, really, really, Brock Lesnar, the part-time champion. Here we go again. Like, you know what I mean? But overall, Big E, one of the best wrestlers, one of the best tag teams with the New Day. Absolutely love to see him come back to wrestle once again. He's 1,010%. He has a good head on his shoulders. He's good on the pre-shows. He's very, very good on the pre-shows, but that's not where he belongs. He belongs in the ring, entertaining me and you. He belongs in the ring, backing up Kofi and Xavier Woods, because without Big E, it seems like they're like flirting with breaking up the New Day, and I think that's dumb as hell. I think that would be the worst thing to do. So Big E, love the man, love the way he made such an impact on professional wrestling. So, got to give mad respect. Definitely hope the best for him in the future with his neck. Speedy recovery, my friend. Hope you come back to WWE and absolutely the SmackDown like you have been throughout your whole entire career since your developmental training back in 2009. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity. So remember to Superman punch that, like and subscribe button to the show. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter/X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok for more content and updates in regards to professional wrestling. And like I always say, if I haven't made you a wrestling fan, by now, we got football right around the corner, college football, especially with my boy Tommy, the Chip Shot Football Podcast with my man Manny, the GSMC Football Podcast with Kenneth, a lot of great, passionate sports podcasters that are keeping you on the edge of your seat, obviously highly entertaining and stuff like that. If you ever get bored of watching Fox Sports or ESPN, this GSMC Sports Network is absolutely 110% free. Like I said, we have Emran coming up at 9:30 with soccer, my boy Sam with baseball, Chris Shepard with, fantasy if you're gearing up for your draft, heading toward the NFL season if you're part of a couple leagues like I am. You want to make sure you tune into the show so you know who to draft at what round, who to go first, who could you kind of, sit back on. I got to be honest, last year I made a killing. I made a killing on my New York Jets defensive suggest. I got Garrett Wilson also proved pretty well for me. So yeah, make sure you tune into the sport. We also have the Andrew Tate show as well. Sports and Sports, TJ, Jeremy, Talking Sports by GSMC. So yeah, don't be afraid to be part of this GSMC Sports bloodline. Always remember that we are out here doing the same things that you guys are doing. Want to learn more about sports, want to talk about sports, but most importantly, we want to come to a nice little foundation. This, solidarity between love, sports, between the host and the fans. So don't be, always remember to hit up that chat button 1010%. So, guys, that's it for me. Tomorrow is Friday. Can't wait to do it. I will be live tomorrow on the GSMC Sports Network, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time. So until then, stay beautiful and get a good night's rest because we're going to get deep into it. So I'm expecting a lot of energy. So I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow. So, hey, stay beautiful.